Good day, everyone. Today is January 25th. It is the feast of the conversion of St. Paul. So it's one of our parish patronal feast days at St. Paul's in Johnson City. So happy feast day to all members of St. Paul. And so I thought I'd read the reading of Paul's conversion, of how he was before he encountered Christ and how he changed after. It's from the Acts of the Apostles. Paul addressed the people in these words: I am a Jew, born in Tarsus in Cilicia, but brought up in the city. At the feet of Gamaliel, I was educated strictly in our ancestral law, and was zealous for God, just as all of you are today. I persecuted this way to death, binding both men and women and delivering them to prison. Even the high priest and the whole council of elders can testify on my behalf. For from them I even received letters to the brothers and set out for Damascus to bring back to Jerusalem in chains for punishment those there as well. On that journey, as I drew near to Damascus, about noon, a great light from the sky suddenly shone around me. I fell to the ground and heard a voice saying to me, Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? I replied, Who are you, sir? And he said to me, I am Jesus, the Nazarene, the one whom you are persecuting. My companion saw the light, but did not hear the voice of the one who spoke to me. I asked, What shall I do, sir? The Lord answered me, Get up, go into Damascus, and there you will be told everything appointed for you to do. Since I could see nothing because of the brightness of that light, I was led by hand by my companions and entered Damascus. A certain Ananias, a devout observer of the law, and highly spoken of by all the Jews who lived there, came to me and stood there and said, Saul, my brother, regain your sight. At that very moment, I regained my sight and saw him. Then he said, The God of our ancestors designated you to know his will, to see the righteous one, and to hear the sound of his voice, for you will be his witness before all to what you have seen and heard. Now, why delay? Get up, have yourself baptized, and your sins washed away, calling upon his name. The word of the Lord. It's a pretty dramatic conversion for Paul. And for most of us, we don't get knocked off our high horse like he was riding to Damascus, and we don't get this big bright light that blinds us for 3 days like it did for Paul. For most of us, I think conversion is a process. It takes time, and it takes effort, and it takes perseverance. To change our hearts is not a very easy thing to do. And so on this feast of Paul's conversion, I'd like you to try to commit yourself to that call to continuing conversion, to be a part of the process, to let God mold you, shape you, form you, to be the best person you're called to be. Now, this is the thing that gives me hope about this feast of Paul's conversion. Here's a guy who rounded up Christians, tortured them, beat them up, threw them in jail, had some Christians killed even. All right, he did all these horrible, horrible, nasty things. And if Paul, who did all these bad, terrible things, is considered a saint in the church, there's hope for me, and there's hope for you. So persevere, press on as we follow through the intercession of St. Paul, our own call to continuing conversion.